Hello, everyone. LJ Young back again. You're getting a 2-for-1 today. Now, for those of you that do not know me, I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them recognize that they're in debt. All right. So today's topic, T-Pain, and I read this right after I got out of the first video, after I stopped the first video, but this is I want you guys to see something here, okay? Because this is, a lot of people will look at that T-Pain situation and be like, man, how did he go broke after having $40 million? It's simple. He didn't know about money. I want you guys to understand that it doesn't matter how much money a person has or how much money a person makes. And you can find that easily out right now if you are in the same situation as T-Pain. Now, I'm talking about him because he's just a big star, okay? But he's no different than anybody else. He just had more money than the average person. It doesn't make a difference. How you determine if you're in the exact same situation as T-Pain right now? Add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and then go savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life equals your net worth. If that number is in the negative, you have no money. Now, I know you're probably looking at me like, who are you? You're in here with a tank top on. You're looking at all the wrong things. Only thing I want you to do is concentrate on the math. Forget what I look like. Forget what I'm saying. Break out your calculator. Do the numbers as I just said and ask yourself, is what he's saying correct? If I punch my own numbers and what he's saying in my own calculator, does it say I'm in the negative? Does it say I'm in the red? Yeah, that's all you should care about. Don't worry about all the other stuff. It doesn't matter, okay? Now if you're a person now, and I was reading what he was saying, that he said he didn't really understand money, so he trusted others with his money. He's like, hey, and this is how the average person looks at to determine if another person has money or knows about money, right? You'll see their houses, their cars, their jewelry, their suits, and you're like, oh, they must have all that stuff. They must have money. That means absolutely nothing. Zero. That means nothing. And if you are a person, now I'm talking to you money makers out there. If you know how to make a lot of money, but you don't know how to manage money, or you don't know money well, so you trust it with others, this is how I'm going to show you the easiest way to vet, to determine, to trust another. Now, I'm not saying another person, to never trust another person to invest your money, to do anything with your money. I'm going to tell you the easiest way how to pick the right person without you even knowing about money. Barely. All you need to know is the basic. All you need to know is 5th grade math to how to vet another person, to trust another person with your money, with all your hard-earned money. If you're a money maker, this one's for you. It really doesn't matter how much money you make, but if you're seriously money makers, 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever, it applies across the board. 1 second here. Just say something. This is how you do it. Now, with your own personal finances, if you don't know your own personal finances, if you don't know how much personal debt you're in, this is how you determine that. And this is all you have to do. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Get that number, if it's in the negative, get that number from the red, meaning below zero, to the black, above zero. Now, if you want to, and once you do this, your credit report, all three, will look like mine. Now, all you got to do is go to either my Instagram Daddy at My Daddy, or my Facebook / Daddy and My Daddy. I post my full credit report. Get the credit score out of your mind. Yeah, the credit score is good, but I only look at it when people ask me, hey, what's your credit score? I don't know. I'll go look, because it means nothing. Credit is a tool. All right, so it's a tool you use. Go to my site and look. I post my full entire credit report every month. Now, what I do is help you make your credit report look like mine. And you're probably thinking, what do you mean? Once I create a plan to how you do that, I create a detailed plan on how you make your credit report look like mine. After that point, you don't trust anybody unless their credit report looks like yours. So, for example, people come at me all the time. Hey, Linnell, you want to invest in this and that? You'll make bazillions of amount of money. You know what I say to them? I will believe you if I can see your entire credit report. Now they'll respond with like, what the hell you do? Oh, my credit score is this. I go, no, I don't care about your or your credit score. I want to see your entire credit report. And here, let me tell you what I mean by that, okay? By looking at them, they might look like they have a lot of money, but if you look at their entire credit report and they're in debt, they got collections, they owe people money, you got to think to yourself, if you have so much money, how come you have so much debt? Wealthy people don't have debt. Wealthy people don't finance things. That's mathematically impossible for you to ever to save up a lot of money, to acquire a lot of money if you're financing depreciating objects. If you're hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, you're not rich, you're not wealthy, you're in debt. The person's in debt. So if you're a person that makes a lot of money, you look at their personal credit report. So say like you're ready to invest into some property or whatever you're trying to, and this person's shooting you a big spiel. Oh man, look at this. This was I got. I'm so smart. I got cars and houses and this and that. You go, Let me see your personal credit report because there's a difference. Now I'm talking about personal, not business. If they say, hey man, I've invested this under my business, that's one thing. Okay. But if you look at their personal credit report, I promise you, if they don't know how to handle their personal finances, they don't know anything else. So they're going to naturally cross over this mismanagement of money to their business finances. It all starts personally. If you're looking to it, if you don't really know about money, all you need to know is the basics. Their credit report must look like yours. If you're debt-free, 100% debt-free, it must look like mine. Go take a look at my credit report. Your credit report, I will help your credit report look like my credit report. From there, if you're looking to invest with anybody, you ask to see their personal credit report. It will never lie to you. If they've been in debt, and living in a debt matrix all their life, debt matrix is the place where people live that believe they own things, houses with mortgages and cars they finance. They believe they own it all. But math will clearly show that they don't. You see what I'm saying? It'll clearly show that they own nothing and they're just in debt. It just looks pretty on the outside. But those kind of people, they don't fool people like me. That means nothing. Everything, now that I'm financially free, everything that I look at is a thing. I don't care, house, cars, Bugatti, Mercedes-Benz, jewelry. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a thing. I don't know how they bought that stuff. I have no idea if it's real, fake. I don't even want to know. But all I got to do is look at their personal credit report and see if they're in the red. That stuff means nothing. They won't even know how. If you make money, they won't even know how you know they have no money. And all you got to do is say like this: can I see your personal credit report? Now, if you ask me, first of all, I will show you. Second of all, I will know exactly why you're asking. Oh, sure, this person's onto it. I know that. Here you go. You probably won't even ask. You probably won't even really want to see it if I tell you yes. Oh yeah, sure, here you can see it. But the average person, they're going to think you're talking about seeing their credit score. You don't care about that. Credit scores are just indicators to see if this person pays back the bank's money on time. It'll be high. If not, it'll be low, whatever. What you want to see is how much debt they're in. If they have so much money, if a person has real money, they're not going to be in debt. They're not going to have collections on their credit report. They're not going to be behind on payments. They're definitely not going to be making car payments. And the most definite thing, they're definitely not going to be leasing a cell phone. If you thought a car goes down in value, can you imagine a cell phone? People with money don't do that. I would never lease a cell phone and especially say it out loud. Oh yeah, I'm leasing a cell phone and I got insurance on it and this and that. On a depreciating cell phone that ain't worth what it is when it comes out the box. That cell phone's not even worth what you get when you buy it. They just, the manufacturers just said, we say it's this. And people just believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe an iPhone's worth $1,100. Not to me, it's not. I would never pay that much money for a phone, an iPhone. I would just wait for somebody that's in debt that has to finance it, because if you're in debt, you have no You have no choice but to finance it. You're in debt. I don't care how they think about it. They're in debt. So they have to pay, full price for this depreciating object with interest. I'll wait till about a year or two, then I'll just buy it online at half the price from Amazon or something, refurbished, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not paying full price for anything. I don't have to. Why? Because I'm not in debt. So if you're a moneymaker, this is how you determine easily, without even people that try to come into your life and say, hey man, I'll manage your money right. These are indicators. You don't even have to get deep into their stuff. This is all you got to do. Hey man, that's a new cell phone. Yeah, man. I bought one and got one for free. Don't listen to them anymore. Nobody gets a cell phone for free. Only people in debt believe they can walk into a cell phone place, buy one, give one for free. If you opened a business and gave away your product for free, how long would you be in business? And this is all you got to do. If you still don't believe me, walk into the cell phone shop and say, hey man, I'm here for that buy one, get one for free deal. They're going to say, hey, come on over here. You're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. I'm going to pay for the first one with cash. See if they give you the second one for free. They're not, because it's not free. This is how you vet people that's going to take your hard-earned money and pretend like they're going to invest in something else. You let them say their big long spiel, and you say, I want to see your personal credit report, all three of them, from Experian, TransUnion, and the last one. I don't even keep up with them because it's a business. I understand credit's a business. I don't really care about it. I understand that it's a tool. It's like a hammer, a lawnmower, a weed whacker, a riding lawnmower. It's just a tool. It's nothing more than that. Just I use it to rent cars, buy stuff. I use my credit card everywhere, but I pay it off in full every month. So just in case if a store gets hacked or something, or some kind of security problem, hey, names got hacked, they're gonna hack my credit card. Then the credit card company is going to say, hey, Linnell, did you buy something in Pittsburgh? I'm like, nope. They cancel it, put the money back on, send me a new credit card. I don't. With your debit card, they take it straight out of your account. No, thank you. I ain't having none of that. And you know what's funny? Let me tell you a story about that. I called my bank because one time my debit card got hacked, right? I called my bank and said, hey, man, what good is a PIN if they can just slide my debit card and press enter? What's the good purpose of a PIN? It defeats the whole purpose, right? They're like, oh, yeah, sorry, sir. I said, hey, I'll tell you what, take that Visa MasterCard logo off my debit card. They said, sorry, we can't do that. I was like, what? Wait a minute. That's my money. What you talking about? You can't do that. I don't want that on there. Sorry, Visa MasterCard pays us to do blockety blah. They say stuff that makes absolutely no sense. It makes sense to them because they profit from it. But to you, take it straight out of your account, bloggity blah, Oh, I said, okay, well, I need my debit card. I just won't use it anywhere unless I need to get money. So I don't use my debit card anywhere. I use my credit card everywhere. And I have one. They raise the limit all the time. I don't care if they raised it to $300,000. That ain't my money. So what? It means nothing. I'm definitely not going around bragging, hey, man, I got $100,000 credit card limit. So what? It's not my money. Why would I brag on the bank's money? You see how I'm saying? So those people that claim to manage their money, they might pull out that metal Visa Platinum, that one that looks like metal or whatever. It clings on the. People always brag on this. It clings on the desk. It doesn't. So what it sounds like? Who cares? Who cares what it looks like? So what? People that are impressed by that live in a debt matrix. So if somebody comes that claims they're going to invest your money and they're trying to impress you with their stuff, you let them talk, let them talk. And then you say, let me see your full personal credit report. Oh, sir, it's going to take, no, we can just log online, go to Credit Karma. Let's see it right now. Let's go. And it doesn't take long. They're going to say no, or they're going to wonder why. As soon as they wonder why, that's not a smart investment. Don't invest with that person. If the person that's trying to invest your money is making car payments on their brand new Mercedes, if it's in their name, now if it's under the business name, there's a difference. Don't mix business credit with personal credit, okay? If they have a nice car that's in a business name, that's slightly different. That's different. But if they're making payments on a car in their personal name, people with money don't finance depreciating objects with interest. Something that you start up, drive, and put miles on. As soon as you step on the gas, it's going down in value while it's going up in value because of interest for the bank. We don't do that. We don't do that. Now, if you're a person with money, making lots of money, you don't ever do that either, ever. Your credit report must look like my credit report. And once your credit report looks like my credit report, anybody that you deal with your money, their personal credit report better look like your credit report. T-Pain is no difference. Don't get mixed up with the money, okay? It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, he made a lot of money, right? But he didn't understand money. And so since he didn't understand his own money, how are you going to, you don't know what questions to ask other people. Hey man, do you know how to invest money? They can tell you anything. If you don't know about your own money, they're not gonna, all they got to do is throw out some fancy numbers, some fancy investments, or your portfolio. They use fancy words, portfolio and stock bonds and percentage rates and this and that. You just think, oh my God, they must know what they're talking. You don't need to know none of that. I don't know nothing about that. Nothing. I don't need to know nothing about that. Once soon as they're done, I said, let me see your personal credit report, because if you're making so much money, you should not be in debt. It doesn't make mathematical sense. And if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense either. So it doesn't matter the amount of money you make. You will pick the right person every single time. Because the right person you ask that question to, seeing their personal credit report, they will know exactly why you're asking. I'm not the only one that knows this information. It's just very few of us that know this information. And it's not even hard. All you need to know is the basics of math. That's it. Grade school math too. Grade school, when you got the gold star, if you got the right and you counted your money right. Remember the little coins that we had in class? Not even the coins, it was on paper. Dime, nickel, dollar. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know nothing else. Nothing. And you will win. Nobody will be able to fool you, trick you, scam you. Because let me tell you, the easiest way to determine if somebody's trying to do a financial scam on you, it won't make financial sense. And if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense either. It doesn't make sense. It won't add up. You'll be like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Okay, I got $1 million, but I got to give you 5 and then you'll give me back. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. You say, no, I'm not doing that. I had a guy call me the other day. Hey man, I want to invest in Ford Trex or something, Ford Train or whatever, some kind of something, right? And he go, hey, yeah, I'm making X amount of money. I got my mentor with me. He's on the phone. He's ready to talk to you. I said, hey, man, I will believe everything you're saying if you let me see your personal credit report. He was like, what? I said, I will believe everything you're saying if you let me see your personal credit report. He had no idea why I was asking that question. He don't even know he answered my question for me. What? Why is that, huh? And then he tried to keep going on with the spiel. I let him go ahead and keep talking. And then I came back to the first question. If you let me see your personal credit report, I will believe every word you're saying. Click. He hung up on me. I know that. Because what you're saying makes no sense. Nothing. Because when I first called him, he was like, hey, who is this? Oh, I said, hey, man, I'm the guy you reached out to on Instagram. Oh, what's the name? Because they're calling multiple people, right? So they don't even remember who they're calling. That's a dead giveaway. They do things that don't make sense. Those are indicators, especially with money. But money is easier to determine because it won't make mathematical sense. It won't add up. That's how you determine if it's a scam or they're full of crap or they're just trying to make money off of you, trying to make a quick buck. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Hey, you ain't getting nothing. Let me see your personal credit report. The personal credit report will never lie to you. And even if you're a person watching this and you're a scammer, you can't do anything about it because you don't even know how to fix it. You don't even know what, half the scammers don't even know what I'm talking about. What do you mean? What? Who's going to show personal credit report? Not a person that's a scammer. That's how to determine it. Because if you're a scammer, 9 times out of 10, you've been doing it all your life. So your credit report is going to be all messed up. And the only way you can fix it is one way: pay it off and fix it. But you're not going to do it. You're a scammer. So if you're a scammer watching it, you can't fix it. So you're easy to spot. And you can't do anything about it because you don't know how to fix it. You don't even know you're in it. You don't even know you're doing it. Right, scammer? I love it when scammers try to call me. I just dice them up. They don't even, hey, what's this guy talking about? I'm not the average person. I'm not in debt. Scammers go after people that are in debt, that don't understand money. They know just a little bit more how to talk a little bit different game, a little bit different terminologies, but it doesn't matter. They're still in debt. I guarantee it. I guarantee you their credit is messed up. You think they're going to take that scam money and pay off their debt? They're not going to do that. They probably have student loans that are older than their children because they think they're scamming the government by faking documents and getting student loan money, not realizing if they don't pay it back, they'll be dead. They'll be dying with that debt. You'll be dead with it. They have student loans older than their children. You don't take financial advice from people like that. Oh man, they didn't tell me this, and they didn't tell me about. Doesn't matter what you believe or think. Math doesn't care about feelings or how people feel. It doesn't matter. 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2, no matter how you feel about it. So T-Pain is not really, they say he's broke, but is he broke compared to like Will Smith, Jada Pinkett money? Yeah, probably. Jay-Z money, yeah. But to the average person, I guarantee you, he's not down to where you think he's down. His broke is probably our rich. You know what I'm saying? Our money. But I want to contact people like T-Pain that say, hey man, but they don't know how to look for me. They don't know that I exist. They don't even know what questions to ask. This is why I'm reaching out to the people that make money, but too scared to let everybody else know they don't understand money because they want to keep up with appearances. I get it. But let me tell you something. If you're one of those people right now, I can see you. And I'm not the only one. Okay? There's very few of us. Don't get me wrong. We don't come out and say, hey, you're broke. You don't really, don't need to do none of that. I want to actually help you. Because you're ahead of the game. You know how to make money. You just don't understand it. All you need to know is this basic information. If you want to know, ask me to see my personal credit report. Hell, go see it for yourself. And then when you go see my full credit report, ask yourself, how come everybody's not doing it? Because they don't want you to see it. They're in debt. They're keeping up with appearances, the houses, the cars, the vacations on Facebook. Hey, we're going here, we're going there. You don't know what they're doing. I can see it. Because 9 times out of 10, they'll say, hey, look at this. This is the mistake they'll make. Hey, man, look at this brand new car I got, this Mercedes, this Cadillac. I got it. And as soon as they utter the words, I got a good interest rate, I stop listening. Nobody gets a financed car on sale. Nobody. But if people in the debt matrix believe that, they believe that. I was reading the T-Pain. He said, he said he got a Bugatti or something like that. That's a high-end fast car, right? He said he had to give it back because he couldn't afford to make the payments. You're making payments on a Bugatti? Can you imagine the payments? As soon as he mentioned that, I already knew he did it wrong. And it said something like he traded in, they gave him $800. And now the average person is going to say, damn, they gave you only $800 for a Bugatti? No, that's not how it works. Does that make sense to you? He owed that much money on that Bugatti, and the only profit margin or the only room was to give him $800. The rest of the money was owed to the bank. They're not going to give you all the money. The bank has the title. The bank says, hey, T-Pain owes us this much on this Bugatti. And it was probably just under Blue Book or just under Blue Book of $800 room. So they say, here's the $800. That's it. The rest of the money goes to the bank. Plus their profit margin or whatever, but they didn't pay him $800 for a paid off Bugatti. That doesn't make sense. If he owned it and he said, hey, I'm going to give it back to, well, Giving it back tells you right away that it's not his, because if it's yours, you have nobody to give it back to. It's yours. You just gotta, but when you're debt free, you listen to these things, reality shows. You look at these reality shows and people look like they're rich and they got all this stuff, and then all of a sudden they come into some financial problems, and then they say it right on TV. Oh man, if I don't get this business going, if I don't get this, I can't make my car payments, my mortgage payments. Wait a minute. You're rich. What are you doing making car payments? What are you doing making mortgage payments? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. People with money don't make payments. Personally, don't ever mix business with personal. Okay? Ever. Business and personal are two different things. So if you're a person that looking at T-Pain and thinking, oh my God, he's stupid. He had $40 million. All you got to do, how to put yourself in T-Pain's situation right now? Add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and then go savings minus debt equals, do I look like T-Pain right now? If you're in a negative, you're T-Pain. With just less money. That's it. It's no different. It doesn't matter the amount of money you make. It doesn't. I will change your life. If you're a money maker, I will change your life, and nobody will know how you're doing it. I don't care if you told them. They still won't believe you. That's how powerful this is. They won't even believe you. Hey man, how'd you stack up some money so fast? Oh, I just got out of debt. They'll be like, what? Oh yeah, I just paid off my debt. What are you talking about? Yeah, I applied 5th grade math to my finances and I'm free. I'm financially free. What? What you mean? What do you mean? No, you go, what do you mean? What do I mean? Anyway, I love this stuff, man. I love it. I love it. And once you're out of debt, once you're financially free, you will see that if there is absolutely no need to show people how much money you have. There's no need for that. No, zero. I don't care what you won't care what anybody thinks. You won't care if you made millions and you bought a smaller house, you wouldn't care if they say, oh man, look at that small house. He must not have as much money as he's saying. He looks like he have. Don't even worry about any of that. That means nothing. That always comes from people that live in the financial red and don't even know it. You wonder if that's you? Are you wondering if that's you? If you've been in debt all your life, that's you. If you don't know how much debt you're in, that's you. If you're too scared to look at how much debt you're in, that's you. If you had a student loan that's older than your children for the last 10 or 20 years, that's you. And that's okay. You have to go to the mirror and say, that's me. Once you determine, once you accept that that's you, that's step one. And the easiest way to see if I'm full of crap or whatever, all you got to do is take the time to add up all your debt, right? Get the exact number and then ask 20 or 30 of your friends, hey man, do you know the exact amount of debt you're in? I guarantee you not one of them will say yes. None of them. None of them. Well, they'll take a guess. They'll say it's around this. It doesn't matter. And this is how it sounds to a person that has money, to a person that manages money well. If I asked you, what's 1 + 1? If you said, God, it's around, I think it's, and you'll look at that person like, are you crazy? It's 2. That's exactly when I ask a person how much debt are they in and they guess. That's the same thing. That's what it sounds like in real life. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. I hope this reaches a lot of people. All right, reach out to me. Turn on that reminder button if you want to get a notification of my uploaded videos. If you want to reach out to me and you need help, if you're a money maker, and you need to understand money so you know who to trust to invest your money, or if they're investing your money currently, right now. If you got somebody right now, I know I'm going off, but if you got somebody right now that's investing your money, but you don't know if they're really doing it right, you probably already had indicators that that doesn't make sense. Why do I have to pay that? What's that fee? What's that for? Stop and say, hey, Can I see your personal credit report? If they say yes, that's a good sign. But if they say no or why, that's a bad sign because they won't know why you're asking. And if you ask them, they're like, oh crap. And especially if they're scamming you, they're going to be like, why is he asking that question? And this is all you got to say. I need to see your personal credit report. If you don't show it to me, you're fired. If you don't show me all 3 of your personal credit reports personally, you are fired. They're either going to say they're either going to accept you firing them or they're going to show it to you. And if they're in debt and on collections and people are after them and they got judgments against them, you better stop investing with them because they're taking your money without you even knowing it because you're just assuming all this stuff that they throw in this paperwork is legit. This is the easiest way. You don't even have to know about money. That's the best part. You don't even need to know. You just need to know your money personally. And your credit report will never lie. It will never lie. Mine is, I think I got one thing on my credit report, and it's my one single credit card. That's it. One page. Everything else is blank. Bunch of zeros. 0, 0, 0 mortgage, 0 collection, 0 this, 0, 0, 0, and a credit card. That's it. And I pay it in full every month. I don't even know the interest rate on my credit card. Don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I pay it in full. I don't pay no interest. One time I was moving or something and I forgot the due date and they added on the collection, or not the collection, but the interest for that month. Now I hadn't paid interest in years, okay? And then I was like, God, I'm gonna miss that date, right? Because I like to see it. I want to see the numbers, see if there's any fraud on it, and then I just pay it, right? I called them up and I said, hey, I accidentally missed that date. Look at my history. Have I ever paid interest in the last few 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years? Nope. I said, take that off. All they got to do is look. And they said, no problem, sir. Took it off. That's it. They give you one free one a year. All they had to do was look at my report and see I wasn't lying. Oh, okay. We want to keep him. That's it. Thank you for watching. Reach out to me at deadaintmydaddy@gmail.com. If you want a free 15-minute consultation, I'll create a plan for you. You money makers, I will change your life. You don't have to fake and pretend you have, not pretend you have money when you really don't understand money. Pretend you know about money. You know how to make money, but you don't know how to manage money. That's okay. That's okay. The people don't have to know. You can still put up the front. You can still pretend to people. It doesn't matter. But this time you'll have real money. And your credit report will reflect that. Damn, I can't even say it. I don't want you to end up like T-Pain. And again, we're just going by what we're reading. I don't know if he's really broke. They're just, people are just fascinated. Oh my God, he had $40 million. There's no way I'd go broke with $40 million. Not even realizing that they're broke right now. It doesn't matter the amount of money at all. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Reach out to me anytime. As you can see, I love it. This is my passion. Once I became debt free, I can't even help but help people feel this type of freedom. It's a whole different world. 85% of the US are in debt. There's 15% of us that are not. And we are free as birds. I don't care about no job. When I go on job interviews, it's totally different. I'm not going to get into that, but that's just a piece of the freedom. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. When I have these videos and when I'm talking, you guys can chime in and comment anytime, ask me questions. You don't necessarily, maybe there's a specific debt or something that you don't understand personally, financially, and I will answer it and I will justify everything I'm saying with math. I always ask you, pull up the calculator app on your cell phone and punch in the numbers yourself. If my math matches your math and you don't believe that math, you got to ask yourself, how come I don't believe my own math?